live with Tao. Feel as if existence is flowing through you. You are not there. It's the existence that is feeling through you. Feel as if divine is flowing through you. You are not, but the existence, but the cosmic, the entire existence flows through you. God exists in you, not your ego, not your mind, nothing else. When you feel hungry, He feels through you. He feels hungry in you. Then you give food to the body. Become worship. When you feel thirsty, He feels thirsty. The cosmic in you. When you feel sleepy, it is He who feels sleepy. When you are young, He is young in you. When you are old, you fall in love. Be saturated with that which is the existence, which is the cause of the entire existence. Be saturated with that which is, and be totally saturated. Do not make any distinction, good or bad, right or wrong, high or low, heaven and hell. Whatsoever happens, happens to you. Simple thing is, if you make sure, if this feeling comes into you, let us say you are working. You and the business are synonymous with one another. Your each move will affect the business. So it is, you are simply an instrument, and through each thinking, each action, you are supporting that which is. Your fingers are playing on the flute, a wrong move will affect the music. When you feel that even a slightest mistake on your part will affect that, so you will be more conscious in doing things. You are preparing the meals for your beloved. It is the beloved for who you are making these meals. You just withdraw yourself, you are no longer there, only He is there. So good and bad, heaven and hell, whatsoever happens, happens to Him. All the responsibility is thrown on to you. You are no more. But then you can focus on your work, basic things, that you should not do anything that will affect Him, or He has to feel ashamed of your actions. The no moreness, you are not there. Your ego, your minus, nothing is there. You are simply an instrument. The no moreness, that is the technique that brings you and makes you the ultimate in religion, and that is the religiosity. You are not there, instead of you, He is there. But you have to be saturated with that which is. Everything in you, it is the existence breathes through you. It is the existence moves through you, overflows through you. The words are not yours. Voice may be yours, punctuation may be yours, but you are using the voice modulations, punctuations, the choice of words, everything to represent Him through you. Then your whole approach to life will change you completely, altogether. You don't feel your body as porous. You don't feel that in your body a life energy is flowing. Do you feel that life energy is flowing in you? No. You think of yourself as something solid, dead, not as porous, that something is flowing through you. Life can happen only when you are vulnerable. Life can happen to you only when you are vulnerable, open, and not closed. When you are entering into a relationship, you got to be vulnerable. You have to be open, and if you are not open, you exist. Openness means you are not there. You are open, you are not closed. You are not an island. Then life moves through you, and whatsoever happens is happening to the life energy and not to you. You are just a fragment playing as an instrument, and all the boundaries that you have created around you are false. They are not real. And something which you know that it is not real does not exist or becomes meaningless for you. Remember, you cannot exist alone. If you are alone on the earth, can you exist? You cannot exist alone, and for that matter, nobody can exist alone. You cannot exist without the stars, without the sun, without the moon. Somewhere, Addington says that the whole existence is like a spider's web. Addington says that the entire existence is like a spider's web. The whole existence is a spider's net. If you touch the net anywhere, the whole vibrates. If you look at it, there is a hammock. Any part of the hammock you touch, the whole hammock vibrates, moves. You touch the net anywhere, the whole vibrates. You look at it, at a tennis racket, tennis net, or any kind of net that is there in any sport, basketball, badminton, lawn tennis, table tennis, where there is a net. If you touch existence anywhere, the whole vibrates. It is one, a solitary existence. If you touch a flower, you have really touched the whole entire cosmos. If you look into your neighbor's eyes, you have looked into the cosmos. When you look into the eyes of your beloved or your lover, you are looking into the eyes of the existence. Because the whole net is one, there is oneness. You cannot touch any part without touching the whole. Simple thing. And no part can exist without the whole. Your entire body, the eyes, the ears, the nose, the mouth, the lips, the chin, the cheeks, the neck, all are part of one synergistic harmony. If anything happens in one part of the body, the entire feels it. This this is your experience. But you consider your spouse to be separate. If something happens to your spouse, do you feel that with him? Somehow or the other, a kind of intimacy exists between the mother and the child. If something happens to the child, mother feels it. The moment it begins to happen between the spouses, something happens to the spouse, the other feels it, as if it is happening to her. To a large extent, this is the relationship between master and disciple. Something happens to the disciple, the master feels it. He knows that this has happened to my beloved, to my spouse. And if you allow this to deepen, you will realize that you are two bodies, one soul. Two bodies, one soul. In deep intimacy, this is what becomes the feeling. Such is the way that life, energy flows between Shiva and his consort Devi. You cannot exist without the stars. Somewhere Addington is reported to have said the whole existence is like a spider's web. The whole existence is a spider's net. If you touch the net anywhere, you have vibrated the entire net. You cannot touch any part without touching the whole, and no part can exist without the whole. When you start feeling this, when this kind of feeling happens between you and your spouse, ego disappears. Ego exists only when you take a certain part as a whole. Can you exist without me, or I exist without you? Introspect. When you make a part as a whole, ego exists. And when you come to know the right proportion, that no part is a part and the whole is whole, ego disappears that very moment. Just as you cannot exist without the stars, there is a subtle connection. The stars are far away from you. The moon, the sun is far, far away from you. I may be far away from you, but am I really far away from you? You feel the presence of the stars. If you are sensitive enough, you will feel this presence of your spouse deep within you. When something vibrates in your spouse, it vibrates deep within you, because you and your spouse are oneness. There is no greater feeling than this. This kind of harmony exists between you and the existence, but you do not feel it. You have to start practicing it from your nearness. You have to start feeling this kind of closeness with your spouse. Then you will start feeling it with the existence, with the stars, with the planets, with everything. And in that, ego disappears. Ego is just a misunderstanding. This technique is to feel oneself saturated with the cosmic, with the entire existence, and it is wonderful. Imagine when you feel you are saturated with your spouse. Isn't it there comes a wonderful feeling in you? You may be far away, but isn't it there is a deep, wonderful feeling? From the very early morning, when you feel life awakening, when you feel that the sleep has gone, the first thought must be of saturation. Now the divine is opening back, waking up from the deep slumber, deep sleep. It is not you. If you start practicing it, feeling it is, you start practicing it from nearness. It is my spouse, my beloved is waking through me. This is the state of dissolution into one another. This is a state of total saturation. Now the divine is opening, coming back to sleep, coming back out of sleep, not you. So Hindus have been one of the most penetrating races in the world. They will start their first breath with the name of God. Now it has become a formality, and the essence has been lost. But this was the root of everything. At the moment you becoming alert in the morning, you must not remember yourself, you must remember the divine. So first thing you do, you remember God, remember existence, you remember your eternal beloved. The divine must be remembered. He must be the first and the last. First to remember and last also. And if he is really the first in the morning and the last in the night, first in the morning when you take birth, and last in the night when you enter into deep sleep, a meditative sleep or death, he will be with you the whole day, in the middle as well, and right through. You must drop into sleep, saturated with him. We say in our life to our spouse, good night hugs. So instead of saying good night, there should be a deep feeling that you are in deep embrace, you are in deep hug with your spouse. There is no need to say. You can modulate your words with these spaces in such a way, like when you say in, pause, deep embrace. The way you modulate your words, in deep embrace with you. And after that, the state of intoxication begins as if you are really feeling that you are in deep embrace. You are sleeping in that state of absolute saturation of your beloved. When you start practicing this way, ultimately one day you will be saturated with that which is. And in the morning, you will feel that you have slept in a different way. Since you have felt this kind of intimacy with your spouse, your sleep has changed. You wake up in the morning more fresh, overflowing energy. You will feel that you have been sleeping in a different way. The quality of sleep will be cosmic because the meeting will be deep with the source. So when you feel yourself as divine, you have fallen into the abyss because then there is no fear. When you feel in that deep embrace with your spouse, there is oneness. You never feel separated from the spouse. You will feel that consciously you are together. At energy level, you are together. And that oneness is felt with the divine. Introspect on it until we meet again. Take care.